Good morning, good morning. How you guys doing? Nice to have you back with me this morning. It's going to be a gorgeous day here in Muskoka. Hot, hot weather. Summer still lingering. Love it. So, I wanted to do this live session with you. I wanted to talk to you about the S&P 500. We got a big move that just took place. We have contracts being switched over here. All right, contract switch. And so usually when there's contract switches, there's either a gap up or gap down. If you look back through price, you'll see that happens a lot. It usually gives us an indication of what is likely coming. So we had recently price drop down into an area of significant buying, which was located here. And price rallied up, and we had a zone being created, which created this recent zone that we were looking at. And I had marked this zone as a very specific zone to watch for, because when this zone gets taken out, that clears the path for a move much higher. And so this is what's taken place right here. So if you look at the daily chart, let's take a deeper look at this. If you look at this chart, we had an institutional selling area here. Okay. So when you look and examine the daily chart, there was previously a supply area here, and that was the only supply zone on the chart at the time. Okay. That area of supply was used to facilitate this drop. Okay. We predicted this move before it took place, massive drop in the market, and it came down to here. Down here is where the institutions started buying again. We knew that because we located the institutional buying zone on another time frame, and we knew that when price came down in here, it was going to be time to buy. So this was our time for buying stocks, and we had a large list of stocks on our watch list to purchase. We started buying them up left, right, and center, and those trades have been doing extremely well for us. So as I mentioned to members, with the market coming down into institutional demand, it's time to buy stocks. Stocks are going to get are going to be heading higher, at least the strong ones, where we have located the buying taking place on those charts. And so this is what's been taking place. So this supply was removed, and it created an area of demand. This is institutional buying here. Now that demand didn't do much, okay? And then it ended up dropping right back into this area of buying. So we knew that as long as this area of buying was holding, that there was no reason to suspect that price was going to be dropping lower. So what price did was reverse right back into this area of supply. It stopped and closed inside that area of supply. Now we have contract switching, and look where price is right now, okay? So as you can see, there's no areas of supply. There's nothing holding price from moving further up right now. So sky's the limit right now with the market, okay? We do have a target higher up on the chart, which we mapped out a long time ago. We're waiting for that to be contacted, all right? So things are looking really, really good for the S&P. Now for the Nasdaq is not as high up as the S&P, but still looking good. We had a previous area of supply, institutional supply, that came into play. As you can see, we dropped from there, but price reversed from the lows. We're heading back into that supply. Now, typically when we have an area of supply that's already been used to facilitate a move, typically when price gets back into those areas of supply, there's usually nothing there left to hold price down, and price will shoot straight through it. So we're expecting this area to eventually get taken out, price to head higher. We have that area of supply up there, likely going to be removed, and price head even higher. But even if it does come into here and react, I think the move to the downside will be short-lived. Overall pressure will be to the upside. All right, let's take a look at the Dow. Look at the Dow. Wow. The Dow is doing extremely well. Okay, here's the daily chart. All-time highs, nothing stopping this chart. It's looks like it's creating new buying areas, even potentially a trend to the upside with this formation here. I'll go into more details about this with the member video. And so we definitely have something strong here. Not the greatest of trends, but something very strong here. There's no reason to suspect that price isn't going to continue higher. This one here, we've been watching this one. I wrote about this one, Russell 2000. They're gearing up to push this one much higher. We know this by, again, doing the supply and demand analysis on all the other time frames. And we've located institutional buying. That's taking place on a much higher time frame. What does that mean? That means big institutions are preparing for a long-term rally, okay? When there's demand coming into the market under a higher time frame chart, that means they're taking their time to accumulate a massive position. And when they do that, that means there's a lot of institutions involved in acquiring a position at those specific areas, okay? So this one's looking very strong, looking really good for a continued move up. Recently, I was talking to you about NVDA. NVDA was created some massive supply up here, which caused price to drop. As it was dropping, it created another area of supply here. And we recently received a nice rally up into that supply. But I posted, here's the reason why we got the gap down. Because we entered into a supply area, okay? Unless this area of supply gets removed, we should not be expecting price to go higher. Do I suspect that it will go higher? Yes, I think in time it will go higher, but you shouldn't be buying now is what I'm saying. You wait until the obstacle is removed and then you buy. And yes, this previous area of supply here has already been used to facilitate the moves downwards. So if this area gets taken out and we get a push to the upside into supply again, it is more likely than not going to dismantle that area and we're going to see a continued move higher. Okay. Tesla. What's Tesla been up to? Shooting sideways. Still holding this area of supply. Same thing goes for Tesla. You wait for this area of supply because as you can see on the chart, I don't have any other areas of supply drawn here because on this time frame, there is no significant selling that took place from up there. So once this area of supply gets taken out, it's clear skies for move higher. Okay. Microsoft, it's already removed its supply. Okay, as you can see, price dropped, created supply, it held supply. Now it's removed supply. It's opening up the floodgates for move higher. Up above, we have another area of supply here that to me is very important. So to signal a longer, more sustainable move to the upside, I'd want to see this area get taken out. All right. How about we do a little quick look at gold. I know a lot of you like looking at gold. So gold's made a nice move, nice rally up. And let's take a quick look at the CFTC data. I hope you guys got a chance to see the video that I did this past weekend. Looking at all the CFTC data for the major currency pairs, gold and oil. And one thing that I pointed out was that right now long positions are at 340,000. All right, maximum size on longs are 408,000. Now, listen, does that mean that they're going to start selling off right now? No. There is room for a move to the upside. In our level 3 session that I shared with all the members of the school, I showed that there was a possibility of upside, but that upside is very limited. Okay, could they surpass the maximum? The previous maximum, sure, they could do that. Is it likely? Not really likely. So what does that leave us to conclude? It leaves us to conclude that upside potential is limited. So do I think over the longer term price is going to go higher? Yes, I do. But do I think it's going to go from this spot right here straight upwards? No, I don't think so. I think upside potential is limited. Then we're going to have to see some kind of a pullback before we get a move higher. Remember, this is a monthly chart. that we're looking at here. Okay. And the trend line is right here. This trend line is dictating price here. And we're up here. Okay. So, we tend to want to see, pullbacks into these areas before it continues to move. And if we see that, then we know it's likely going to be sustainable. All right. Okay, folks, that's it. I'm going to let you go for now. I'm going to continue shooting more analysis for the members only. And I'll leave you with that. If you want a chance to view the extended version, go on to our Twitter page and like and retweet our post about this session, and I'll choose one of you later today to receive the full session. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. Appreciate it, and you take care of yourself, all right?